From the unexpected underwater formation of Stonehenge to an underwater eerie graveyard filled with trains, and from an ancient underwater city found in the Gulf of Khambat to the strange circular structure lying at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. 70% of our planet is covered with water, and only 5% of it is explored by mankind. It's not surprising then that every now and again, a diver or a submarine runs into stunning things deep down in the oceans, lakes, and other massive water bodies. In this video, we are literally going to dive deep into the underwater world and reveal 7 untold mysteries and amazing underwater discoveries that have startled the world. Please take a moment to click the subscribe button down below and press that bell icon so you do not miss any of the intriguing videos we upload every day. Without much ado, let's get right into it. Number 7. A submerged Stonehenge. In 2007, 2 professors of underwater archaeology, Mark Hawley and Brian Abbott, were crossing Lake Michigan in a ship fitted with sonar equipment when they ran into something unusual. They investigated and discovered a series of stone circles beneath the Great Lake. The rocks appear to form nearly perfect rings, yet they managed to stay hidden underwater for ages. The monoliths had an uncanny resemblance to the iconic ancient architecture in Great Britain, Stonehenge. Though the Michigan stones appear in a perfect geometric shape, they aren't stacked or connected in the same way. Neither is its origin as clear as that of Stonehenge. What is definitely clear is that around 10,500 years ago, the water level in Lake Michigan Basin dropped precipitously and remained to a much lower level for at least 3,500 years. It is believed that the Anishinaabe, the first prehistoric tribe to roam around the Great Lakes, laid the stones for a sacred purpose. Though something truly astounding was found on one of the pillars, a carving of a mastodon. It is a species similar to an elephant that went extinct 10,000 years ago. This suggests that the stone formation might have been created during the Ice Age. The prolific stone structures inspired researchers to make a documentary on Discovery TV in 2017. They created a 3D model of the place from 2D photographs using a cutting-edge technology called stereophotogrammetry to analyze the structure. They were startled to find that the area was once dry and offered a perfect living space with the advantage of proximity to a water body. Number 6. The Yonaguni Complex. Yonaguni is the westernmost inhabited island of Japan, and its coast has become a popular diving location during the winter months because the sea has thousands of hammerhead sharks. In 1986, while searching a vantage point to observe the sharks, Kiichiro Aratake, a tourism official, noticed some structures in the seabed. Located below the Arakawa-bana Cliff in South Yonaguni, the rock formations are composed of medium to very fine sandstones and mudstones that belong to the lower Miocene era. It is estimated that they were deposited about 20 million years ago. The rock formations are connected to the underlying rock mass in most places. Since its discovery, the formations have attracted divers in droves, notwithstanding stronger currents. But the more expeditions go to study the rocks, the more heated debates it triggers. It is yet not concluded whether they are natural or man-made. Marine geologist Masaaki Kimura claims that the formations are man-made steppe monoliths. These claims have been described as pseudo-archaeological, but a similar school of thought says that the Yonaguni complex is the ruins of Mu, a fabled Pacific civilization that is supposed to have vanished beneath the ocean in the distant past. Another school that comprises archaeologists and scientists who swear by hard facts dispel all the ancient civilization theories as pseudo-archaeology. Geologist Robert Schoch has concluded that the structure is natural and that it's the natural fractures between the rock layers that give them a step formation. And the cause of those fractures isn't difficult to find, as Yonaguni lies in an earthquake-prone region. There are also some figures on the rocks that are termed as drawings by man-made theorists, but these are called natural scratches by geologists. While the debate on the creepy underwater complex of Yonaguni keeps raging, these formations remain one of Japan's great aquatic mysteries. The place has come to be known as Japan's Atlantis. Number 5. Underwater Train Graveyard. There are several instances of discovering sunken ships on the ocean bed. But when was the last time you heard about divers running into locomotives under the waves? In 1985, when a charter boat captain, Paul Helper, was exploring the ocean floor off the coast of New Jersey, he came across bizarre steam behemoths. Two rare steam engines, made before the American Civil War of the 1860s, were standing upright in almost intact condition 90 feet down the Atlantic Ocean. They were encrusted with barnacles and other sea life after 140 years of submergence. Experts said that the finding couldn't be more precious, since few of them are still left on the land. Diving expeditions determined the model of the engines, which was Planet Class 222. They belong to some of the oldest steam trains made in the United States. But how did the locomotives find their way to the ocean floor remains a mystery. Some theories suggest that they were probably being transported in a ship that was caught in a storm and the engines blew off the deck. The theory is debated, but the place is unanimously called the New Jersey Deep Sea Train Graveyard. Number 4. The Bimini Road. The Bimini Road, or the Bimini Wall, is another rock formation on the ocean floor. Situated near North Bimini Island in the Bahamas, the formation consists of a 0.8-kilometer long linear feature that resembles a road. It is composed of somewhat rectangular limestone blocks. Those who refuse to call it a road claim it to be a pier, wall, or breakwater. The formation was discovered in 1968 when 3 divers were about 18 feet below the sea off North Bimini Island when they came across an extensive pavement. Further investigation revealed that the pavement formation had clearly rounded stones of varying thickness and size. There were 3 features, of which the largest, which was linear, came to be known as the Bimini Road. It ran from northeast to southwest off the Bimini coast, parallel to the pavement. The road structure has a prominent hook at its southwest end and consists of 3 to 4 meter long stone blocks. Together, the 3 features look like giant bread loaves due to rounded stones at the edges. Geologists have not found any evidence of the rocks being cut, carved, arranged, or chiseled. They are closely connected with the bedrock. This, however, hasn't stopped a plethora of theories that link it to ancient civilizations. Some of them go to the extent of calling the formations the ruins of the mythical city of Atlantis. As of now, it is a hot favorite spot for divers and a popular tourist attraction of the Bahamas. Number 3. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. A team of treasure hunters named Ocean X Team, led by Swedish explorer Peter Lindberg, made this intriguing discovery in 2011, which makes it the most recent find on our list. The team found it in a sonar image obtained in the North Baltic Sea while they were hunting for treasure on the ocean floor in the Gulf of Bothnia. Their first conclusion was that the object with unusual features doesn't look like having a natural origin. This triggered speculations of it being a sunken UFO. A host of similar conspiracy theories were floated about the formation that resembles the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. The strange circular structure lies 90 feet below the ocean surface and is since then referred to as the Baltic Sea Anomaly. Pseudoscience theorists have no doubt that this is the proof of the existence of aliens and their visit to planet Earth, while geologists have a consensus that it is a natural formation. A recent study by scientists from Stockholm University have concluded that the formation is simply a glacial deposit, but discoverer Peter Lindberg refuses to believe that it has natural origins. He claims that all his electronic equipment stopped working as he approached the Baltic Sea Anomaly. Number 2. The mysterious Julia Sound. Underneath the blue ocean waters, the sound of the world's biggest animals, the whales, usually reverberate, along with that of the dolphins. These add to the fairy tale charm of the incredible world below the waves. But on March 1st, 1999, the sound that was heard in the Pacific Ocean spooked scientists. Called Julia, the sound was recorded by the U.S. Ocean and Atmosphere Agency NOAA. It was so loud that it was heard all over the equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array and lasted for 2 minutes and 43 seconds. The point of its origin was traced near Bransfield Straits near the Antarctic Peninsula. Since a majority of oceans are uncharted, such sounds are bound to trigger wild imaginations, especially when it felt like someone is whining or cooing. A lot of myth lovers could have already imagined the deep-sea monster in detail. Thanks to science, NOAA researchers have put forward a decently plausible explanation that says that the sound could have come from an Antarctic iceberg running into the seafloor. Number 1. Ancient underwater city. The oldest known civilization in South Asia is the Indus Valley Civilization that thrived in the 3rd millennium BC, but a 2002 underwater discovery in the Arabian Sea off the West Indian state of Gujarat challenged all notions of human history in the region. The National Institute of Ocean Technology of India discovered what the government claimed as the ruins of a, quote, huge lost city. The remains of the ancient civilization were found 36 meters deep in the Gulf of Khambat and were estimated to be 9,500 years old. Subsequent expeditions recovered artifacts like pottery shards, hand tools, fossilized bones, and a tooth. The findings, however, have attracted more controversy than excitement. Geologists from other parts of the world refuse to consider the artifacts as man-made. For instance, they consider the pottery shards as geofacts. Also, that part of the Arabian Sea was not submerged during the prehistoric period, and the forest covering it contained the ancient human accessories before submerging. And if you enjoyed this video, we have another like it on the scariest archaeological discoveries found in ice from global warming.